Hey guys, we're going to be a couple of minutes late starting tonight. I still have some auctions ending. Yeah, I'll explain all that in a minute, but everything's going to be done here in about the next minute or so. So let me grab those bidders, put them on the spreadsheet, and bring the spreadsheet in here, and we'll get started. So if you need to get a snack or anything, you've got probably a couple minutes, and then we'll be getting started. Thanks. Okay, thanks for your patience, guys. Let me just get the spreadsheet pulled up where we can see it here. And yeah, so anybody who's broken with me this week already knows what happened. For those of you who have not, here's what happened. I list all this stuff several days in advance. You kind of have to. I learned that the hard way, because if you don't, eBay charges you a gigantic extra fee, right? So you have to list it 5 days in advance, 7 days in advance, stuff like that. So when I listed all this last week, some of it 5 days, some of it 7 days, I completely forgot about daylight savings time. Yeah. So I listed all this stuff thinking, oh boy, I'm going to have 45 minutes, an hour from the time it ends to the time we need to start breaking. Yeah, guess what? No, didn't work out that way. So as you saw, I have a lot of things that this week that are ending like 1 or 2 minutes before break time, and sometimes 1 or 2 minutes after break time. And that's what happened tonight. So apologies for the delayed start. So let's take a look at our spreadsheet. There's another interesting little fact here. You see there are some teams with question marks. Normally that would not be there. It would have a winning bidder name, or it would say it was unsold, or it would say something about it. But basically, here's what happened. eBay didn't send me any end of transaction email for those teams. And I have a couple teams in the next break too that I did not get any end of transaction emails for. So yeah, I don't know who those teams are. I will have to research it. Didn't want to keep you guys waiting while I tried to look that up. I did try to look it up as I was going along, but of course, naturally, since they're not sending me end of transaction, they're also not sending me anything else. So I tried to find it, couldn't, didn't want to keep you waiting. So apologies to those 3 team owners. I will obviously get in there and figure that out after the break. But yeah, it's going to be one of those weeks, guys, because I've got a whole another probably 3 or 4 days worth of stuff that daylight savings time is going to affect. So apologies in advance. So our little mini helmet here, couple things. First thing, it always reminds me when I see a Houston Oiler on the top there. If we pull a helmet out for the Oilers, that goes to the Tennessee Titans. Why, you ask? Well, because the Oilers moved to Tennessee, renamed themselves the Tennessee Oilers, then renamed themselves the Tennessee Titans. So it stays with the franchise. And also anybody who enjoys these mini helmets, just be aware that I have put up a half case break of this that I put up just tonight. We'll end on Sunday. We're going to break a whole case of this. Fun mini helmets. And yeah, I also don't know, by the way, normally I mark if something is paid or unpaid. Clearly didn't have time to do that tonight either. So if you haven't already paid, please take care of that. And without further ado, tonight we have a cowboy. And our cowboy is Randy White. Randy White. And this is just the little card that comes with it. It tells you, on the front, you go look at the little sticker here and you authenticate it online and all that jazz. So Randy White for the Cowboys is our helmet tonight. And he was Hall of Fame 1994. So I do mail these in this box that they come in, but I also put them in another outer box because this box is not sturdy enough for shipping. So hopefully on these, hopefully nobody waited on a combined invoice because this didn't charge any shipping, and nor did 2011 Prime Signatures. So the only thing that charged shipping tonight was Clear Vision, and I did get all of those. Combined before we started. So thankfully that was the first break tonight. So that's the good news, I guess. And again, sorry that it's in such a state of disarray tonight, guys. Those of you who break with me know that it's not normally like this, but I just completely hosed up and forgot about daylight savings time. And there you go. This is the end result. So next up, we're going to do our half case of 2011 Prime Signatures. That'll, of course, be followed up by our full case of Clear Vision Football. That'll be the last one we do tonight. So here is who we have in our break for the half case of Prime Signatures Football. Again, there's a team with a little question mark. Same problem as above. Got no end of transaction notice at all from eBay and did not have time to research it because I did not want to keep you guys waiting. So I'm sure somebody has that team, but it didn't come up sold, unsold, or anything else. I got no notification on it at all. So good times. When one thing rolls, they all kind of roll downhill in the wrong direction, don't they? It's just the nature of the beast, huh? So we're going to get into some 2011 Prime Signatures. We have 5 boxes. This is the second half of the case that we opened, I don't know, a couple nights ago, I guess. We opened the first half of it. And each box has 1 pack in it. If any of you haven't opened 2011 Prime Signatures before. And we've pulled some good stuff out of here, for sure. What did we pull in the first half? I think it was a Mark Ingram Saints rookie on-card auto. We've pulled Randall Cobb. We've pulled A.J. Green, Torrey Smith. We've pulled a lot of good rookie on-card autos, and we've pulled some nice veteran players, too. So I'm hoping that our good luck continues and we get some more nice hits out of this tonight. And yeah, it is just, it's been crazy. I know I've got a shipping. I owe you guys cards too. And that is going, the majority of that, maybe not what we're breaking right now tonight, but up until, up through last night, the majority of that should go out tomorrow. My intent was for the majority of it to go out today. And today has just kind of gone off the rails. This whole week has kind of gone off the rails. And so I apologize. It seems like that's all I'm doing tonight, isn't it? I'm just saying, I'm sorry. And somebody pointed out to me on one of these, like it was supposed to be the Chicago Bears. I listed it as the Bulls. Yeah. So I probably got a phone call in the middle of listing or something. Everybody knows I don't multitask well. So yeah, that was fun. I called the Bears the Bulls, mixing my sports a little. So first up, for the Cowboys, we have Des Bryant to $4.99. If you haven't broken 11 Prime Signatures before, all of the cards are numbered. There are no unnumbered cards in 2011 Prime Signatures. So next up, Bo Jackson for the Raiders to $4.99. C.J. Spiller for the Bills to $4.99. Oh, man, we're going to have a redemption. Okay, well, we may as well get our list out. And you know my speech about redemptions. They are expired out of 2011. Panini does still honor them. They may or may not have this particular card left. If they do, they'll send it to you. If they don't, they'll work with you and replace it with, you know, a similar card for the same player, or maybe a different player if you have another player or team that you like. So this is card number 254, which according to our handy little checklist is Ryan Williams. It is platinum, so it has to be a very low numbered card for sure. And when we get done, I'll pull up the iPad and we'll see who drafted Ryan Williams in 2011 to figure out where that hit goes. So as soon as we open the rest of our packs, we'll look that up. Because we may have another redemption, so we may as well wait and just look them all up at once. You're looking for a Julio Jones. Yes, Rob, I am a mess tonight. I'm telling you what, the whole daylight savings thing, man, it has messed me all up. I'm used to having time to prep for all this stuff and sort out all the kinks before I have to break the product. And yeah, tonight, no time for that. Thank you, eBay, for choosing tonight to not send me my end of auction notifications. Chad Ochocinco for the Patriots to $4.99. Rick Cesaris to $4.99 for the Bears, which, as we know, I listed as the Bulls on this break, I think it was. Chris Carter for the Vikings to $99. And TJ Yates for the Texans to $199. So at least we do not have to look up TJ Yates. So there is a small miracle there, right? There's one thing that is going right. One thing we don't have to look up. Hooray! All right, Roger Craig to $4.99 for the 49ers. Dub Jones for the Browns. That's yours, Rob, right? To $4.99. Or did you not buy the Browns in this break? I bet you bought them in Clear Vision, didn't you? Not in this break. Gale Sayers for the Bears to $49. And Irving Fryer for the Dolphins to $49. I don't know enough about Dolphins history to know if this was a good player or not. I hope that it is, because it's a nice low number for you, Dolphins. So I hope that Irving Fryer is a good player for you, for your franchise. Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys to $4.99. Ron Mix for the Chargers to $4.99. Billy Houghton for the Pack to $4.99. And our signature is to $2.49. And it looks like it is a Brown. Greg Little for the Browns. Is that on card? Yeah, that's an on card auto. So more than likely Greg Little was at the rookie premiere, because I think most of the on card autos out of 2011 were from rookies at the premiere. And most of the sticker autos are from rookies that were not at premiere day. That's what I believe to be the case. So this is our last pack, which represents our last box in the last half of this case. Dallas Clark to $4.99 for the Colts. Darren Woodson to $4.99 for the Cowboys. Arian Foster to $49 for the Texans. We got a low number here to $49, and it's not who we were looking for the Giants. Darrell Scott. So not that that's a bad one, Giants. I'm happy you got a hit, but of course you guys all know I'm looking for Cam Newton in here. I want Cam Newton, and that's just how it is. That's who I'm looking for. Not that the other hits aren't good. You're just not who I'm looking for today. So let's go back here and look this guy up. Card 254 was Ryan. I'm pretty sure I had something else with Ryan Williams the other day, and I should remember Ryan Williams, but yeah, I'm not remembering it. So I'm going to have to let the iPad do the heavy lifting for us here. All right, let's see if we can't figure this out. We need to find Ryan Williams. If anybody has a guess, feel free to throw it up there while I'm looking it up. And, he doesn't. Oh, I don't want current player. I want a historical player. Dang it. Oh, why is it going to be this kind of day for me? Because it's already been, right? So why would it change? I think the last like entire week kind of has been this way. I don't know what is going on. Just definitely. Okay, here we go. Finally coming up. He played 5 years, and he played for the Arizona Cardinals is what this says. All right, so Ryan Williams was selected in round 2 by the Cardinals. So this goes to the Cardinals. So let's do our little hits recap here out of 2011 Prime signatures, and then we'll buzz on through to get into the Clear Vision case. So this, again, Platinum signature, so it's probably going to be very low numbered, maybe to 10, I don't know, maybe to 25. Darrell Scott for the Giants to 49, that's a sticker auto. Greg Little for the Browns to 249, that's an on-card auto. Irving Fryer for the Dolphins to 49, that one's a sticker. And TJ Yates for the Texans to 199. So that is 2011 Prime signatures, and we're going to move these cards on down the row here so we can set our big case of Clear Vision over here, and we'll be slicing into this fellow in a second. Let's get those out of the way, and then we'll pull up our spreadsheet and see who we are looking at in this break. I think I actually got all the emails for Clear Vision, thank goodness. That's before eBay decided to make my day even more hectic, shall we say. And they actually sent me an end of transaction for all these, so hooray. All right, so this is our full case of Clear Vision football. This is the 4th time this year that we've broken a full case. And then, of course, there's your end date and your scheduled time and all that jazz. Team name down the left, winning bidder name down the right. And we will scroll down through here so you all can see your name in lights, so to speak. And then we'll start busting into some Clear Vision and see what we can pull out of here. The case we opened earlier in the week, a couple days ago, was like Raiders. Everything was a Raider. We pulled a Derek Carr to 50, and then we pulled a Mari Cooper to 40, and I mean, it was just a big parade of Raiders. So we'll see who we get out of here tonight. And this is the last case of Clear Vision football that I actually have in hand. And I don't know if I can find any more of this or not. I'll have to check around. I hadn't really checked on this one in a little bit because I knew I had these couple of cases here, but I'm probably going to have to start calling around to see what I can find. And I've got some more select football back there, of course, and I meant to have that listed already. And due to all the many other fun circumstances that have happened this week, I have not yet gotten that listed. But it will be going there soon, very, very soon. But we do have a case of mini helmets listed, so that's fun. Or a half case, I should say. It's not the full case, but it's half case. All right, so there in the back, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There goes number 6, and there's number 7. And here's 8 and 9. That way you can, my little camera doesn't have enough of an angle that you can otherwise, see all 9 stacked there together. So yeah, that's how we have to do it. So that you can see them all and account for them all before we start buzzing through this. I did this the other night too. I just can't get the box open. I'm telling you, it's that kind of week for me, man. So I'm just showing you this little insert, that sits back there and lets the pack sit on it. It's empty and everything else in there is empty. So once these packs come out of each box, then that's all there is that is in there. And there's a lot of base in this. You guys have probably broken this before. So we'll stop on inserts that are numbered 49 or lower. Anything that's numbered 49 or higher, we're just going to buzz right on by it, because otherwise we'll all fall asleep while we're going through all this, because there's a tremendous amount of base in it. Like this one, for instance. Yes, it is numbered, but it's numbered to $9.99. You know, when they're lower numbers, they'll have a different color scheme. That came up the other night. Somebody was like, oh, how do you know that that's one of the higher numbers? Yeah, because it's not got the different color scheme. So we know we can just bust right on through some of that. Now, Russell Wilson here, he is to 79. So when you see one with that kind of copper color, that's to 79. Hey, Mean Joe Green. Cool. I know, Rob. I don't know why they number them to $9.99. It's like, I kind of agree with you. If you can't at least do like $1.99 or something, why bother? Of course, in the older sets, you know, it was common to be high numbered like that. But in newer sets, it just seems kind of silly to have parallels that are numbered that high, in my opinion. But they do it anyway, so I guess it must make somebody happy. I don't know. But also, we've gotten really spoiled. You know, we're used to seeing everything to 99 to 49 to 25. This is to 99. So the blue parallels are to 99. That's Reggie Ragland for the Bills. So gold is to 79. The blue is to 99. And I don't remember what. Maybe it's the green might be to 25. Or maybe the green's to 49. We'll run across one, I'm sure, in a minute, and then we'll know. So our first hit, look at that. We got our first hit right here out of the first box as one of our signature hits. And this is Steve Smith Sr. for the Ravens. It's number 1 of 40. You all know how much I love to have first in the series and last in the series. So yay to first in the series, number 1 of 40. Steve Smith Sr. for the Ravens. So that's one of our signature hits out of Clear Vision coming out right off the bat. First box. Hi, Jesse. How are you tonight? You just now getting in here? This is 249. This is just one of the inserts. There will be several inserts like this throughout. This one is Clear Airs, and it's for the Eagles. That one, 249. I guess actually, well, we could set that over there. We might recap to 49, depending on how many we find, I guess, that are that number. Oh, my goodness gracious. It really is just, I need whatever has happened to get me all off track for the last week. I need it to correct itself, and I need the universe to straighten things back out so that I can get back to normal. This is just crazy. This is to 79 Clear History for the Cowboys. Oh, you got outbid on everything in this one, Jesse? Well, you know, that happens sometimes. That happens to me too, you know. I put in stuff, and especially if I don't have time to watch it, you know, if it's ending and I can't sit right there by it, I get outbid quite frequently. In fact, I don't think I have any breaks tomorrow night, so I will probably try to buy into a couple then, because I haven't even had time to buy into any, and there are some I'd like to get into for sure. So I do use Auction Sniper sometimes, and I was talking with somebody about that via chat today, that, you know, Auction Sniper can be handy, and then I don't have to remember that I've got something coming up, but I do have to remember to check and make sure that, you know, I pay for it before the break. So this one is 80 of 99, Stephon Diggs mega jersey for the Vikings. So yeah, if any of you guys aren't using that, it's actually a pretty cool little tool. It's auctionsniper.com. And they'll, you know, automatically place your bid for you in whatever time frame you tell it. You know, with X amount of time left to go in the auction, it'll go in and automatically place the bid for you. Eli Apple is 229. So that is what they look like when they are 229. If I can get that at the right angle, maybe you can, well, maybe not. Maybe you can see the number on there. Yeah, so Auction Sniper's cool in that sense. And then then you can go through and, you know, if I see an auction, maybe even it's 5 days out or something, I just go into and I go ahead and enter it in Auction Sniper that day, and it'll give you notices along the way, like if you're getting outbid and it's, you know, still enough time before the auction for it to tell you, it'll come up and say, you know, hey, you've been outbid on XYZ. Then you just go back into Auction Sniper and you can increase your bid, or you can cancel it if it's gone way higher than what you want to pay or whatever. But it's really handy for times when you cannot be there right at the end, or you can't watch it right at the end. And of course, it's still proxy bidding, you know, so even though you go in and it places the bid for you in the last second or whatever, you can still get outbid if somebody else's proxy was higher than yours. But it does proportionately increase your chances, and it also just makes life much easier if you have multiple things ending at once or things that you see several days out. So, auctionsniper.com. Well, is it free? Well, yes and no. It is free in the sense that if you don't win, you know, you can place as many as you want. If you get outbid, you don't win the auction, whatever, it costs you nothing. Here's our other signature hit, Joey Bossa. This is a nice hit. 16 of 99 for the Chargers. So there's our second signature hit out of this case, with a nice rookie Joey Bossa hit for the Chargers. So congrats on that, Chargers. Nice hit. So Auction Sniper, yeah, it is free to, if you don't win, they don't charge you anything. If you do actually end up winning what you have the snipe in for, you get charged like a quarter or something. I mean, it's just a very, very small amount that they charge you if you are successful with it. This is to 79. This insert is to 79. So, you know, you have to win a lot for it to really not be cost effective, because, you know, cost you nothing if you don't win. So you just go, like I put, good grief, there's months I have hundreds of them in there. Of course, I don't win all of them, but I think the biggest bill I've ever really had out of there is probably maybe $10 or something like that. It is not through eBay. It is a separate service, Jesse. It's called Auction Sniper, auctionsniper.com. It's actually run by a company called Octiva, and they do, you know, templates. That's actually where I do a lot of my listing, through Octiva. They own that site, auctionsniper.com, and of course it does work in conjunction with eBay. It's designed for that purpose, to work with eBay, but it is not a company that is owned by eBay. This is also numbered 279, this Steve Young. And what team is that? I don't even know what team. What team is this? I'm like, who is that little? Oh, it's the Bucks. Oh my God. I am having a day. I'm like thinking, why do I see a little little pirate? Yeah, it's the Bucks. Oh my goodness. My goodness. So yeah, anybody that, if you're not using Auction Sniper, it's pretty fun, cool little tool, and it will help you out tremendously in the long run. If you can just put it in there, set it, and forget about it, unless it sends you a notice and tells you you've been outbid or something like that. So it takes all the work out of it. And it places it, 29 is the number on this Drew Brees. And you can set it to place it even as late as like 1 second before the auction ends, but they don't recommend that you do that, because if there were to be any kind of glitch or anything were to go wrong, they would not have time to retry it. So they recommend that you put it in with 5 seconds left to go, but you can specify by bid, even if you wanted to, when you want it entered in relation to the end time for the auction. So, cool little tool. And this one is to 49 as well. And did I put, I did. Oh man, that other one that was to 29, I stacked back in the stack of base. So I guess, yeah, okay. So I guess that is one that we will not be doing in the hit recap because I've stacked it somewhere in the base by accident. This one to 79. I know, Rob, I'm trying to get you some browns. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. We still got a ways to go, though. We're just getting started. Don't give up hope on me yet, man. Not yet. Too soon to give up hope on me. Carlos Williams, this one to 25 for the Bills. And you got, of course, 2 little pieces of fabric there. And that's actually just a pretty cool little card in general. I like the way that card is made. It's nice. It's to 25, which is also, of course, a nice thing. Oh, Jesse, that's mean. Asking if there's such a thing as good browns. That's not even nice, man. Come on now. Show Rob some love. Give Rob some good karma tonight. Being hating on his browns. Browns have a hard row up there to hoe, you know. I mean, it's not easy being a Browns fan lately, I imagine, but one of these days they're going to get the right quarterback and then they're going to get back on track. It's just a matter of finding the right personnel. That's all. They have had a little trouble with that lately. This one to 79 as well. But Rob, I do know you said after you hit that 1 of 1 of Terrell Pryor that they would end up trading him, and then he left to free agency. I could not believe that. I was so sad about that because I know how much you wanted him to still be there because it was a 1 of 1. This is 19 of 19, this insert. So I was sad that your Terrell Pryor left after you pulled the 1 of 1. You put it on eBay. Well, I hope it at least makes some good money for you. This one to 79. I definitely hope it makes some money for you, man. As that's a drag when your players leave. I mean, I kind of keep my Steelers, really, even if they go on to other teams. I still keep my Steelers cards, or at least I have up to this point. I haven't felt like parting with them yet. So one of these days I might, because I do have Steelers that are no longer Steelers. And man, we lost some Steelers too to free agency, or not to free agency. Well, kind of to free agency, but to trades and whatnot. And I was sad about that, you know. I never like to see my Steelers leave. I just like them to retire as a Steeler. But it doesn't happen that way. Hey, this is nice. John Elway for the Broncos. That's a big piece of cloth. And we do have, I don't know how well you can you see this right here on the card? There is a piece of, there's a piece of the card that is like the paper is bent back, for lack of a better word. The paper is there, but it is pushed back off the card. It's come out of the pack that way. So I'm trying to get it at an angle where hopefully you can see it there. But this is game used John Elway for the Broncos. I'm not going to mess with that little piece of paper because I do not want to make that edge worse. But when you get this card, I think that you can probably just push that piece of paper back into place and then, you know, let it set with that side down, and it'll probably smooth it, straighten it back out. But definitely it's come out of the pack that way. So you think you'll get 100 for that Pryor? That's awesome, man. I hope you do. I've got a couple more of those private signings coming in this week that I bought. So we'll break those probably sometime next week. I think I've got 2 of them coming in. It might be more than 2, but I think it's only 2. That's to 99. I like the private signings because you know it's going to be autographed for sure. I mean, it's guaranteed to be an autograph hit. Sometimes they're just the signature. Sometimes they're signature material, and you know most of them are 25 or lower. I don't know if there are any in there that are numbered higher than to 25 or not, but You never know what player you're going to get, of course, but the card's guaranteed to be a hit. So, Prime Signatures, yes, Prime Signatures is already broken. I don't even remember who all our hits were out of there. There was a Texan, there was a Cardinal, that's a redemption. Who else was in Prime Signatures, guys, besides the Texan and the Cardinal redemption? Packers. I don't think there were maybe a Packers card in there, but I don't think there was a Packers signature. But to tell you the truth, I've already kind of forgotten. Here's a Dak to 29. So there's a Dak Prescott to 29. So that's serviceable anyway. Guys, if anybody else that can remember what else was in Prime Signatures, can you let him know? Because I don't remember, even though I know we just did it. But you know what? I look at so many cards every day between the breaking and packing and shipping and my own cards and everything else. I can't remember 5 minutes after I've hit it where I hit it. That's terrible. I know it's terrible, but I'm just telling you the truth. That's how it's going for me these days right now. Here is a Jeremy Langford for the Bears to 99. Framed Fabrics is the card series on this one. So that's, I think the Elway, and right now I would say the Elway and the Bassa have been the best out of this case so far. I mean, we've had some other cool stuff too, but the Elway and the Bassa are my favorites. I just wish the Elway didn't have that little weird problem with the paper on that back edge, but I do think it can be smoothed out and it'll be okay. I just don't want to be the one to really mess with it. Did I really what? Yeah, we already opened. Yeah, we already opened the Prime Signatures. We opened, the helmet was first, and the 2011 Prime Signatures was after that. And now we're doing the Clear Vision. This is to $9.99. Yeah, as I said, everything all week long, guys, is like ending right at the time that the live stream is supposed to start. That's because of that shift in daylight savings time. So I had this stuff listed thinking there was 45 minutes or an hour, and that 45 minutes to an hour has gone away, and auctions end and the break starts. I mean, literally, there's a minute, 2 minutes, if that. Tonight, they were ending still a minute or two after the break should have started, and it's going to be that way most of the week. 13 of 13. Oh, Steelers. Oh, Steelers. I am really, really jealous of your card right now. This is some fabric from the bus. Jerome Bettis, number 13 of 13. And I am feeling super jealous right now. I'm just going to lay it right out there. I'm very jealous of your hit. And I'm going to look at it longingly until it goes in the mail, and I'm going to pretend like I own it for about 24 hours until I have to send it to you. But yeah, I'm loving your hit for the bus because we all know I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a huge, huge Steelers fan. And that is a sweet hit. Yeah, the helmet went too. The helmet broke first, Prime Signatures broke second, and then this to 79 for DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, this is the last of the night, is this case of Clear Vision. So everything tonight was just right spot on, and I apologize. I thought I had said all for the last couple of days, be sure you jump on as soon as, right as it starts, because everything is cranked up to the max this week due to my idiotic posting and not remembering that I had daylight savings time that was going to screw up the end time of literally everything I have this week. So, yes, that is what happened. This is to 79. Some old dude from the Cowboys. Yeah. Jesse, I'll get it back out and show you. If you just wait till the end of this break, I will run through the hits with you again of prime signatures because I don't remember who they were, and I'll pick the helmet back up and I'll show you the helmet again too because I don't I don't remember the guy's name. Rob's right. It was we're not going to call him an old dude, but it is a veteran player. This is to 29. This Jordan Howard is to 29 for the Bears. So, yeah, at the end of the break, I'll bring all that back up. Just hang tight, Jesse. And I will show it all to you again. Okay? And that way, I mean, you can still, of course, go back and watch it if you want to, but you won't have to because I will show it to you again as soon as we finish with clear vision here. But just keep that in mind all week, guys. Unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with that. It's going to be auction ending and time to break. A couple of them, when we get to like Friday and Saturday, I was able to go in and edit them and adjust the break time in the description, but not on all of them. Nothing until I think Friday was the earliest I could get them fixed. 2 of 99 for Andy Dalton mega jersey. And that looks like, yeah, that does have a little bit of dirt on it. So for sure it's game worn, and there is actually a little bit of dirt. Of course, since he's a quarterback, he doesn't, get knocked around a whole lot. So he's not going to have a ton of dirt and grass stains on his. And that's always my favorite part of game worn. I want to see blood, sweat, and tears, and grass, and dirt, and everything else. If it's game worn, I want it to be worn, man. This is 249, and we're going to have to send that little fella to random because we have a Giant on one side and a Cowboy on the other. We'll check and make sure we don't have the same person that owns the Giants and the Cowboys, but if we do not, then that little fella will have to go to random.org. Oh, don't be. Now, see, I just got on somebody for hating on your Browns, and now you're hating on the Bengals. I know. It's just the nature of the beast. It's the nature of sports. It's all about the rivalries. All about the rivalries. All right, this is our last box of clear vision. And then we will recap the hits here. We'll take the card that needs to go to random between the Giants and the Cowboys. And, whoops, you can see that's, empty. And then, Jesse, I will pick prime signatures back up and run through them for you again. And I will get the helmet back out and let you see that as well as soon as we finish up here with clear vision. So that's how we're going to roll tonight. Oh, and here we'll have another one we've got to run through random as well. There's a Viking and a Packer, so they will also be visiting random. Got a Bill. Oh, nice patch. Oh, nice. Sammy Watkins, 25 of 25. Sweet. Yeah, I like that one too. That is what we call a prime patch, my friends. So, Buffalo Bills, I like your patch. Oh, you're biting your lip on the Steelers. I know. You're trying not to say anything bad about my Steelers because I know. And I would normally lay out a hard burn right now on your Browns, but I'm going to try to behave myself tonight. I've got some friends who are diehard Ravens fans, and so I have just a whole series of team interchangeable burns that I could apply to the Browns, that I also use for Ravens fans and others. others in our league. But I'm going to try to be nice. I'm going to try not to do it. This is to 49. This Shaq Lawson is to 49. All right, so here are the cards. Well, let me set these separate here. Here are the cards that have to go to random. These two little fellows right here. Vikings and Packers, and then Cowboys and Giants. I list either top to bottom or left to right, so in this case, these will be listed left to right. First, let's flip over and take a look at our spreadsheet and see if we happen to have the same owners for any of those teams. Okay, so the Packers, that's Jordan, and the Vikings, Nathan. So nope, not the same there. Now let's look at Cowboys and Giants. Cowboys, Landon Wheeler, and our Giants. Nope, different owner there too. So we are going to have to take a run around the block with random.org. So let's do Vikings Packers first. We'll hit random 3 times, and whoever's on top at the end of that 3rd time is going to have this card going home with them. There's number 1. Here goes 2. And here goes 3. All right, so you'll see there randomized 3 times. There's our date and time stamp, and the Packers are going home with that card. So we've got one more to do here, and that is Cowboys and Giants. I'm so slow at this, I know, it's terrible. It's hard to navigate sometimes on the laptop with the little touchpad and whatnot. So tonight I did bring the mouse, but I don't think that's helping very much, to be honest with you. And there again, 3 times, date, time stamp, that one going to the Cowboys. So 1 went to the Packers and 1 went to the Cowboys. And let's just take a look at them again. And also, I need to write that down because I like to have it written down, even though we could always go back and refer to the video. I just like to have it written down so that I know, and when I sort these, when we finish the live stream and I start sorting, I can just take care of it right away. So this Rivals insert between the Vikings and the Packers was awarded to the Packers via random.org. This insert for the Cowboys and the Giants was awarded to the Cowboys via random.org. And I'm sure there's at least, I think, one other low-numbered insert that I forgot to set aside. The other inserts in there are going to be 49 or higher, aside from, I think, the one. This one is 249, this Shaq Lawson for the Bills. This Jordan Howard is 229 for the Bears. It's so hard to get these at an angle where you can see the numbering on them, just the nature of the card. Our Dak Prescott for the Cowboys is 229. This one I think was, this is to 19 for the Texans. You can see the number on that one over to the left. Eli Apple to 29 for the Giants. And that looks like it does have some little scratches and things down there kind of on the bottom. You can see a few little scuff marks and things down under, like about the word York. And unfortunately on these clear vision cards, again, some of them just come out of the pack that way with a little bit of the paint scratched or imperfect. This is 249 for the Patriots. And this is 249 for the Eagles. And again, I'm pretty sure I have an insert in this giant stack to 49 that I just forgot to set aside. And that's my fault. So we can't recap it, but of course you are going to get it when I sort it and mail it. Our first signature hit was 16 of 99, Joey Bosa for the Chargers. That's a nice rookie hit there. And our second signature was for the Ravens, Steve Smith Sr., and this one number 1 of 40. 40 straight up. And our other hits, our Sammy Watkins to 25, which a really nice 4-color patch there. Very, very much a prime patch hit for the Bills. Our mega jersey, Andy Dalton to 99. Oh, the bus for the Steelers. 13 of 13 for Jerome Bettis. Jeremy Langford to, I believe, 99 on that one for the Bears. Our John Elway to 25. And again, this is the one that has kind of the hinky corner, or not really a corner. It's just on the edge. It's just a piece of the paper that's sort of peeled back there on the edge, and that's how it came out pack. But anyways, John Elway 25 game used material. Still a very nice card. And to 25 again, Carlos Williams. That's another hit for the Bills. And then for the Vikes, we have Stephon Diggs to 99. And that is Clear Vision. So I'm going to set this aside, and that actually wraps us up for tonight, other than I'm going to go back and do the hits recap for Jesse of the other stuff. So, as always, thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate you spending your time and your money with me. I look to get these out for you hopefully by Friday, if not sooner. The other stuff, the stuff that's ended prior to tonight, should go out tomorrow. I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't. The majority of it will. It's possible that some of the stuff that broke last night might be a hair later than tomorrow, but the vast majority of it's going to be tomorrow. Okay, Jesse, so here's what 2011 Prime Signatures look like. We had for the Texans, TJ Yates. We had for the Dolphins, Irving Fryer. We had for the Browns, Greg Little. We had for the Giants, Darrell Scott. And a redemption for the Cardinals. And those were the hits out of 2011 Prime Signatures. Now, let me get the helmet and show you the helmet again. Oh yeah, Rob. Yes, I don't think my week could get like any more off track. It has just been like the whole last, not just this week, like the whole last 7 or 8, 9 days have just been insanely just bizarre, and everything that could go wrong does go wrong. So here is our autographed mini helmet. Randy White for the Cowboys was our mini helmet hit. And that's it. That's all we broke tonight, Jesse. So you came in, of course, in Clear Vision, and then that's what the mini helmet pulled, and then that's you saw what we pulled in Prime Sigs, and so that brings you up to speed. Of course, if you want to look back through the base of Prime Sigs or anything, then yes, you'll want to go back and look at the video. But outside of that, if you just wanted to know the hits, then that wraps us up. All right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope to see you again on another break soon.